Hi everyone, how are you? I'm good and welcome to my channel, Nini's Story and Travel. I hope you all are enjoying my stories and travel vlogs. If you are, then don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. And now, my friends, it is time for another story. And today, we're going to read Ali Baba. Many years ago, in ancient times, there was a woodcutter named Ali Baba. Ali Baba was a humble man, content to spend his days chopping trees and splinting wood. One day, Ali Baba was working in the woods when he heard the thunder of horse hooves. In the distance, he saw a group of fearsome men coming his way. Quietly, Ali Baba climbed high into a tree to hide and watch the men. The men stopped at a cave. Ali Baba counted 40 of them. Each man carried a heavy sack. The leader of the group got off his horse and said, "Open sesame!" The cave's rock door opened up and the men all carried their clinking heavy sacks into the cave. When the 40 men came back out of the cave, they were not carrying the heavy jingling sacks. Once the last man was out of the cave, the leader of the group said, "Close sesame!" and the great door slammed shut. Ali Baba stayed hidden until the group of men rode off on their horses. Curious as to what was inside the cave, Ali Baba went up to the door and said, "Open sesame!" The door slid open, and Ali Baba walked inside the cave. What he saw before him left him breathless. The cave was full of treasure. There were gold statues and Persian rugs. There were pieces of priceless pottery and bulging sacks of coins. Ali Baba saw in one corner the 40 heavy sacks that the group of men had carried into the cave. He carried out as many sacks as he could and then said, "Close sesame," to shut the cave's door. But Ali Baba didn't realize he left his axe in the cave. Ali Baba arrived home with the sacks of money. This was more money than he'd ever dreamed of having. He would never have to cut wood again. Using the money, Ali Baba bought a shop in the city marketplace. He hired his friend Morgana to tend the shop. Morgana was a clever woman and loyal to Ali Baba. However, what Ali Baba did not know was the group of men whose money he had taken was a band of terrible thieves and robbers. The 40 thieves returned to their cave to find sacks of money missing and to find a woodcutter's axe that had been left behind. "Man," the leader of the thieves said, "you must go into the city and find which woodcutter this axe belongs to. That is where we will find our gold." So the 40 thieves headed into the city. One of them looked around the marketplace at Ali Baba's shop. "Who owns this shop?" the man demanded. "Ali Baba does," Morgana replied. "He's a woodcutter who recently bought it with some money he found." "I see," said the man who stole away, returning to the cave where the other thieves waited. Now knowing who had taken his money, the leader of the thieves came up with a plan. He told the thief who had found Ali Baba's shop to go back and put an X on the door. Later that night, all of the thieves would know which shop to break into. When the thief stole back into town and put an X on the shop's door, he didn't realize that he had been spotted by Morgana. The clever woman waited until the thief left, then marked an X on every shop door on the street. When the entire band of thieves returned to the marketplace, they could not tell which shop was Ali Baba's. "Someone foiled my perfect plan!" shouted the angry leader once the thieves had returned to their cave. "But I have an even better plan. This plan shall not fail!" The following night, the leader of the thieves put on a disguise. He had the thieves take 20 mules and put 2 oil barrels on each mule. Having the 39 other thieves climb into the barrels, the leader led the mules into the city to Ali Baba's shop. Ali Baba heard a knock on his door. There stood a man with 20 mules. "I am an oil merchant," the man said. "I would like to sell you some of my fine oil." "Please come inside," Ali Baba said. "You may put your mules in my stable." When the thieves' leader led the mules to the stable, he whispered to the thieves, "When you hear me whistle, run to the shop and attack Ali Baba." Morgana was also staying at Ali Baba's shop. She was in charge of making tea for the visitor. Alas, the stove in the kitchen was all out of oil. Morgana had seen the many barrels of oil that the oil merchant had brought and didn't think he would mind if she borrowed just a little. So she went into the stable to fetch some oil. Morgana was opening one of the oil barrels when she heard a voice from inside the barrel. "Is it time to attack Ali Baba yet?" the voice asked. "No, not yet," Morgana replied. Then Morgana took a bit of straw from the table floor and set it on fire. One at a time, he lifted the lid of each oil barrel and threatened to throw the hot, burning straw inside. Each time, a thief popped out and ran away. Hearing the commotion of the frightened thieves, their leader came outside. His plan foiled, he ran too. The leader of the thieves was so angry that another of his plans had failed. He was also angry at the woman who was to blame. The 39 thieves never returned to the cave. "Who needs them?" the thief thought. "I'll take all of Ali Baba's money for myself." This time, the thief's plan involved a different disguise. This man posed as a fellow shop owner as Ali Baba's street. Ali Baba invited the man home to eat and talk. Ali Baba didn't see the knife hidden in the man's robe, but Morgana saw the knife. That particular night, she was in charge of dinner entertainment. She began to dance around the dining room, waving silk scarves. She used the scarves to tie up the thief and then took his knife. "Thank you, Morgana," said Ali Baba. "Thank you for stopping that thief. I am so pleased that I will make you a partner at my shop." And that is exactly what happened. The end. So how was it? If you liked it, then make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below for more. Bye!